Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is a review of the 2024 ImagineFX Magazines with George the Giraffe. And he's asleep at the moment, and he's going to be sleeping throughout this, so shh, we mustn't wake him. But this is his final video, so he's going to help us whilst he's asleep. He's going to help us look at these. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go through I've already gone through them and picked out some of my favourite things, and I'm just going to talk about the year really, some of my highlights and stuff. So this is issues 234 to 246, which is the 2024 ImagineFX Magazines, and this was the first issue of the year, and this was the last one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them all and talk about some of my favourite characters, sketchbook sections, art studios, articles, some of my favourite illustrations and artwork, and some of my favourite artists. And I've actually picked my top 3 favourites of each section as well, which I'll talk a little bit about. And then at the end, I'm going to reveal my favourite cover of the year, which I'm quite excited for that. And well, the other thing is it's a bit hard on this desk to do this, so it's going to be quite a messy video this, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. And I thought I would start with the highlight of the year. My highlight of the year, there's 2 things here, and it's all from this issue here, which is issue 246. The latest issue, Christmas 2024. I love this issue. The reason it's my highlight of the year is, firstly, it was another Sketchbook Special, Sketchbook Special, which means it's full of nothing but sketches, and I love sketches, but that's the reason. My highlight of the year is, normally, on the back cover we normally have adverts, but what they've done is, my cat's trying to get out now. She wants to come in, you let her in, and then she wants to go out again. Have a look at that, Lola. Because what they've done is, I'll just let her out. What they've done is they've started putting the contents on the back cover. So if you get the regular cover from the shop, it's got all the text on the front, but the subscriber cover is beautiful because it's the artwork. And I'm hoping this is going to continue moving forwards, but we now have the contents on the back. And I didn't see that until after I'd finished recording the video for that one. And I thought, I wish I'd seen it at the time. So that was actually my highlight of the year. And I'm hoping that's going to be the way it is moving forwards. So I'm going to start by looking at some of my favourite characters from the year of 2024. And all I'll do is I'll just have a look at these ones quickly, and then we'll get into my top 3. So my first one is that one, who's the cover girl. She's cool, she is. And something you'll notice is, look, how cool is that character? I love the pose of that. But something I've noticed is, look, and that one, another cool one. So, but what I've noticed is, you get, for instance, there's a character design quarterly magazine, and a lot of the characters in that are actually, they're all very similar. Look, I mean, look at that character. They're all very similar. Oh, do you know what? I'm just thinking about something. I think this video is going to be too long if I go through all of it. But look. I think this just shows you how much cool stuff is in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight to my top 3. I think for the rest of this video I'll only look at my 3 favourites. So in third place, my third favourite character of the year is this one. I love that character. I love the, that was done in alcoholic markers, Copic markers probably. But I just think that character is so cool. I want to hug her. Yeah. And I like the colours as well. My second favourite character of the year was this one. Dun dun dun! Oh, I love this one. Look at that, look, it's a lady. Is that a lady in a bird outfit, or it's a ladybird? Ha! A ladybird. I just think that's a really cool character. Again, I'd like to know more about her. I just think it's brilliant. I like the pose as well. But my favourite character of the year, have a look at this one. Look, I think this one probably wins by quite a long way actually. He's got so much attitude about him. How cool is he? I feel like he could be a video game character. I just think he's got really cool. He's got a cool thingamajig. But look, so we got an animal. Actually, we've got two animals sort of. Oh, that was another one. Look at him, look, he's big nose. But yeah, he wins it by, I would say, quite a long way, because I would love to play a video game with him. But as you can see, there was just so many characters to pick from for this year. For me, that's what I thought. Now I'm going to go to the sketchbook section, and I actually cheated a little bit on this one, because I was only supposed to pick 3, but I ended up picking 4, because I couldn't decide on. So in 4th place, my 4th favourite sketchbook section is this one. I like the style of it. It's all like blocky, but it's blocky, but it's still. Normally, when things are blocky, they're sort of quite aggressive. They are aggressive, but they're not aggressive in a strange way. So even though they're like square shapes, they're still quite friendly. And my 3rd favourite sketchbook section. Look at this, look. I almost didn't include this one because for me, these are almost too good for sketches. Like if I created that, it would be a finished painting for me. I wouldn't look at that as a sketch. But what I did was I went onto their well, I tried to go on their ArtStation. I couldn't load it up. When I went on their Instagram, because I thought, what does their final artwork look like? It was all stuff like this. But I love that. That was Thomas Mahon. This other one here was Richard Anderson. Mr. Anderson. 2nd place, my 2nd favourite sketchbook of the year, goes to Yong Nam Kim. I like the playfulness of this one. Like, look at the gestures of these, look. I just think it's cool. Like, look at the gesture on that, look. So you've got, like, for me there's a gesture, but there's these big fat fun shapes as well. And cool characters. So that was my 2nd favourite, but my favourite sketchbook section of the year actually comes from the Sketchbook Special. And have a look, she only got 1 page, which is a shame. Rika Harty. I love everything on these pages. Yeah, again, very much like the character. I feel like this one sort of, straight away I knew this was my favourite one. I love it. Look at that pose. But again, it was just such a good year for sketchbook sections. One of them, we even had, what was she called? That artist I really like. I can't remember her name. But she had Cinnamon Greenwald. She had a sketchbook section, but she didn't even make the top 3. That's how cool it was for sketchbooks this year. And then the next one I'm going for is the art studios. So what they do is in each of the issues they look at art studios of different artists, and this was really hard for me to pick my favourite. But my favourite one, my third favourite, is this one. Giga Murakami's art studio. What I liked about this was, for me it felt like the room was her. When I look at her, I sort of see the room. What I mean is, somehow I feel like she's somehow got herself into that room. It feels like a room where she's just absolutely at peace, sort of thing, to be creative. And I think I would like that room. Loads of art books as well. Yeah. So that was my third favourite one. My second favourite one was this one. Now this is Elizabeth Albert and Scott Murphy's. So what I liked about this was, I like it, and I'm not sure if I do like it, which is why I like it, because I'm conflicted. But there's two artists sharing this room. There's one. There's another one. Digital and traditional. So they've got they're sharing the space, and I sort of think that's cool in one way, because you've got somebody to bounce ideas off, and it'd be like, I would imagine these two must have a really strong, they're either going to have the most strongest connection you could imagine, or they're going to end up hating each other. I feel like it's either way with that. So that room there, that room just intrigued me really, because it got me thinking, would I like to share it? I don't think I would, but I sort of like the idea of it, I suppose. But my favourite studio space, art studio of the year, yeah, this one here. This one here, again, if I could have my dream studio, it would be this one. It's full of video game characters. It's nice and clean. Look at that, look. The room is full of video game characters, and it's all games I like as well, like Final Fantasy, Chung-Li, sexy girls. But what I like here is, it's just a very clean space. I can imagine I wonder if he's got video games in that room. I wonder if he plays these games in there as well. So that there is Edwin Huang's. And again, I just think that's, I would love all of these rooms. I would like to have. But if you go through all the issues, there was one. I don't know if I didn't mark it. There was one of these studios that almost got into my top 3, and what it was a big massive window with trees outside, and I thought how cool it is, but well, it didn't get into the top 3, but because I was trying to be really strict and only pick 3. Now I'm going to get into my favourite articles. My 3 favourite articles. We got 1, 2, 3. Dun dun dun. I've actually made notes for these as well. So in third, where's that gone? My third favourite article of the year. Get warm with a creative exercise. Yeah. I've got some notes here. In my notes, because I went through all these articles and sort of reading about them, and what I put in my notes was overwhelm, big bastard basic shapes, stay loose, think about what to draw first, what shape to use, then play. And that's the thing. This one here is just a very playful article. Something I noticed was I'm drawn to the articles where I like the artwork, which is a shame in a way, because for instance, Keys to Drawing by Bert Dodson, the first book I ever went to or learnt from, I'm not really in love with the art in that, but it's one of the best books ever for learning. So really I shouldn't judge it by the artwork, but this one here is just a really playful, it's all about this art. What it is she basically, before she starts creating characters, she thinks about, do I want to create a dog or something, and then she'll just create shapes, and she fits these, she turns the character into these shapes. Yeah, it's just cool, it is. And all three of these articles were actually like top 15 tips or top 10 tips, because that's my favourite ones, that is, because you get like a load of information in a little bite-sized nugget thingy. So my second favourite article of the year, and it's not that, I got it, nah, that's quite funny, it's this one. Oh yeah, this one is probably, if there was a joint first, it's this, because I kept going, do I put this one first or not? 15 tips to improve your sketching. What I put on my notes was baby steps, keep it simple, 15 minutes a day. Yeah, so it's like, look, he's talking about how to improve your sketching, and the main thing I got from it was just keep it simple. Have a little sketchbook, have like very few tools, and it only has to be like 15 minutes, it doesn't have to be 15 hours. But again, this one here really inspires me. I've put, it's a very inspirational and playful and beautiful to look at article. Yeah, each page in their sketchbook can be about themes, eyes. Yeah, that was really interesting, that was. What he did was, if he was saying like one day he might just focus on eyes, so his sketchbook will be full of eyes. One day he might be doing proportions. There's like so much learnings in this one, and I love the sketches, which is cool. But my favourite article of the year was this one, 12 tips to develop your characters. And well, I put here, look, I love the artwork and the characters, and I think in a way, I think if I'm being honest, I would say this article is actually better in terms of like the things I got out of it, but this one I like the artwork better. I just think these are cool characters. They're funny. I especially like that one because he was talking about how, like, when you create a character, your own experience can actually create the character. In other words, the emotion is like a character in itself. It's brilliant. What else have I put in my little notes here? I've put, yeah, look, includes little exercises, like turning the character from front view to third person view, and yeah, that thing I just said about, which was think about an experience in your life and then turn it into a character, which I've never really heard anyone say that before. Normally they would say turn your experiences into an illustration or something, but never actually a character. So that was interesting. And there was a hell of a cool quote in here. It said, creativity is rooted in experimentation and play. Yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, look, this was another thing. He's talking about like the ears. Even the ears have like expressions. I think he was talking about dog's ears. Yeah, he was talking about the dog's ears. Like the way the ears are changes the character. That was brilliant. But I do like these articles where you get like little tips. It's like, you know, yeah. Favourite artwork, this will be cool. So these are, yeah, like I said, I wish I could edit this video, but yeah, honestly I haven't. I suppose I'm being a bit lazy really. Yeah. But I've tried my best to, where's the other one gone? It must be that one, is it? There's probably this one. Yay! So these are 3 of my favourite artworks of the year. In third place we have this one. How cool is that? There was another one very much like this, and what I did was I had them side by side for ages. I wish I could find it. I might get lucky and find it. No, it's not. Well look, there's another one. That's cool. Let's see if I can find this other one, because it was very similar to that, but I thought to myself, look, that was another one. I think that might have been it actually, because it's got like the wrapping around of it. Because I had them side by side for ages. There's another one, look. There was a hell of a cool artwork this year, but I went with this one because for me, I thought the composition was just a bit better really. Yeah, and in a strange way, I love that, but I've sort of seen that before, whereas I haven't really seen that. I haven't seen something like that before. And look, that's brilliant, that is. June Lilu is the artist. So that was my third favourite piece of artwork this year. My second favourite piece of artwork was this one. Oh, this one. I think if this one had been bigger, it probably might have won. But have a look at that, look. And the thing that I love about this is there's like look at the clouds. They're actually wings. I love the way you can feel the wind blowing her dress. I love the flower, the birds in the sky. But it's the way those clouds are like wings. It's just brilliant, that is. And even though it's a little image, it's so, for me, it's so like brilliant that it actually become my second favourite of the year. But I wish that had been on a full screen. And my favourite piece of artwork from the 2024 ImagineFX Magazines. Da, da, da. Firstly, orange and blue. I've always loved that combination. It's brilliant. I love the way she's got like a real presence about her. Really cool. I love the brush strokes, but I just love this. Really, it's everything. Again, it was one of those ones where I had all these pieces of artwork on the floor, and I just kept getting pulled to this one. And I thought to myself, she's got to be my favourite. I love that. Again, very much like that sketchbook with the like the squares and things. Look at this, look, it's got lots of sort of like shapes inside of the textures, yeah, like the brush strokes or something. That was cool, that was. But yeah, there was so many really nice pieces of artwork this year. And the last one is my favourite artists. So again, there was loads of these as well. So this is my 3 favourite artists of the year. And here they are, look. My 3rd favourite artist of the year. Look at that, look. Key Mugiro. Graphite pencils with a hint of Photoshop. So they probably just like sort of, not sure. I would imagine it's all in pencils, and they sort of played around with the lighting or something in Photoshop. But I can't believe how cool these are, really, because it's like realistic drawings with creativity. So I just thought it was cool, and I do love it when you get like a pencil drawing fading off into nothingness. I've always liked that. So that was my 3rd favourite new artist I found. My 2nd favourite new artist. Yay! Look, that was one of my favourite characters. Again, I can just see that I love everything. You see what I mean? That character's got something really special about her, But these are cool as well. Tamara Nedakun. Love it. Yeah. And these are done with Copic markers. So that's actually two traditional, I didn't notice that, two traditional artists there. They're quite different as well, aren't they? They're the same but different. They're doing female characters. They're both doing that thing, look, where it fades off into nothingness at the bottom. But they're completely different. One's realistic, one's super like anime type-ish. I love that character. And my favourite artist of the year, look, this was from the Sketchbook Special. This is Surek Fedorkuz. Now, I've never ever seen anyone use lighting like this. I don't know if the camera really is going to pick it up, but I can't explain it even. It's like everything's made of like sweets or something. Yeah, it's like you could get a spoon and like start eating the scene. There's like a I don't know, the lighting is just amazing. Yeah, so it's quite funny how my favourite artist of the year didn't even do characters. And I don't normally like environments, but I think that just shows you how cool this artist is to me. That they've won me over with environments. They didn't even need to use characters. So, and I'd probably say that this one is, I would love to see this artist do a character. Imagine how cool that would be. Like a character like this, but with this sort of like lighting and stuff. Here he is, little George. So that was my favourite artist of the year. What I've got to do now is put these into order to pick out my favourite covers. And if I talked about the highlight of the year, there was also actually a low light. And it was issue 241, because what happened was the postman must have eaten my subscription copy, but so I got the regular cover with all the text on it, and ImagineFX actually sent me the subscriber cover, and it's kind of cool in a way because you get to see how different they look. But look, they actually moved the image as well. So it's not just that you're getting the text on it, they actually played around with the positioning as well. They're both beautiful, but it's so much more cooler without the text on it. That's what I think. But that was like me low light, followed by a highlight. The low light, I was really disappointed that I didn't get the subscriber cover. But then I was excited when I got this, because I was not expecting that. So, cool. So what I've got to do now, actually I do want to put that one in there. So if you give me 5 seconds, I'm just going to put these in order. And this is going to be this is the bit where I'd like to edit the video really. Because I don't want you to see. Can you shut your eyes? There we go. Nearly done. Sorry about that. I might actually edit this out, I'm not sure. It depends if I can be bothered. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through my favourite covers of the year. In 13th place we have this one. Issue number 242. This is my least favourite cover of the year. And why is that? Firstly, I'm not keen on this colour combination. I sort of like it, but I don't. But I'm not keen on the characters either. I think the cover would have been much better without those two. That's what I think. But I do remember when I went through this for the thing, yeah, I thought to myself, I thought that would have made a much nicer cover, just one of these characters. So that was in last place. In 12th position, for this one, it's a beautiful drawing, but it's just a life drawing. I know it sounds a bit, I don't mean to be horrible, but I've seen this before, sort of thing. It's nice, but it didn't excite me. In 11th position, we have this one, which was actually issue 234, the first issue of the year. I thought it was a cool character, but I wasn't keen on the colour, the background colour. I thought the background, I would have preferred it, I think, on a white background, but then maybe it wouldn't have worked with the creamness of his fur. Yeah, but I liked the character, but I didn't like the overall thingy. In 10th position, this one, issue number 240. I'm actually falling in love with this one a bit more, and I like this little character here. I think he's cool. I like look at all the detailing on the nose and stuff. It is a cool one. It's a nice composition as well, but it doesn't excite me, I suppose, as much as the other ones. So in 9th position, issue number 245. Again, I thought this was what I liked about this was the darkness of the background. It makes it very striking. But look at that. You see what I mean? That character is almost, something's not right with the background, but the background on this one works with the character. Oh, that's right. The cover overall is just brilliant. The only reason it's not higher up the list is because I'm not really into robots. But I like the feel of that one. The next one, issue number 243. Again, I just think this is cool. I like the brush strokes of it. I like the way it's like that. You see what I mean? It's cool, it is. I like that shape there. But I prefer my female characters, I suppose. That's why it is. What's this one? This one's in about 8th position, I think. Yeah, it's a cool character. It's a cool cover. If that was a woman, it might have. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But I don't know. I like me female characters. In 7th position, issue number 238. I love this one. It's quite weird this, because this one here is using probably the same colour as that. Yeah, but they're also using a bit of green and yellowy green as well, look, so I don't know. It's her eyes, look. I've just noticed that. The colour of the background is the colour of her eyes. That's quite, maybe that's what it is, look, that's actually somehow, without me realising it, it's made the background and the character one, because they share the same colour. Whereas this, yeah, that colour's a bit weird. Oh, this is a nice one. What's this? This is in 6th position, issue number 237. This is about book covers, illustration book covers. That is lovely, that is. Look at this one compared with the first one. So it's almost doing the same sort of thing, but somehow this one works better than that, for me. Maybe it's because they've sort of made a nice smooth edge or something. I don't know. I would like to work out what it is, but I feel like these group feels connected, whereas this feels a bit disjointed, I suppose. But I love the colours of this, the blue and the yellow. It's a lovely colour combination, that is, with a lovely little character there, look. It makes me want to sort of find out about these characters. In 5th position, we're getting into top 5 now. This is issue number 244. Da da da! she reminds me of someone and I don't know who it is, and I still can't work out who it is. But I've seen someone just like her. I think I've seen her in real life. I don't know who it is though. But look at this, look at the look at that, like the textures of it. It's brilliant, it is. And then you've got all these little sort of like someone's been doing graffiti on it. So we've got a beautiful portrait, loads of style going on, and there's a naughtiness in her eyes. I like that. Actually, that's also using the same sort of blue look as these other ones. That's weird, isn't it? The next one, in 4th position, issue number 236. I'm surprised about this one. I thought this was going to be in my top 3. Plop. Issue number 236. I love this one. I fell in love with this one straight away. And like I said, I thought, yeah, this was quite an early one. This was January, February, this was the March issue. And in my head I said, I don't think anything's going to beat that. But she ended up in 4th position at the end of the year. Look, we've got a white background, which actually makes her pop even more. That's what I think. And I love her hair. Yeah, she's just cool. She's a really cool character. She's a badass. That's what I think. 3rd position, issue number 241. Bing! You don't know how long I had these two sat side by side on the on the floor. I couldn't decide, but I went with this one because, and if you actually read the article about this, it's very interesting because when the artist started out drawing this, they didn't have a hand, so they put the hand in, but then because they put the hand in, they had to change the mouth a bit, and it was very interesting reading that. But that's one of the reasons I love this one so much, is the hand and the mouth. There's a sort of a sexiness there, you know, sort of like I don't know. For me, this one's about the emotion, I think. Now we're getting into the top 2 here. How beautiful! Look, she is so beautiful. And in 2nd place, we've got issue number 246. Yay! Again, I had all of these on the floor and for ages trying to decide, but the reason I went with this one is because it's the character. She's got so much character. I love the dreamy look she's got going on. I love the way, all the shapes of everything. It's just a very exciting image, that one. And something I said at the time, I think, there's lots of straight lines going on here, but somehow it's a very friendly character. So that was 2nd. They're both sketches. But in 1st place, my favourite cover of the year, issue number 239. This beauty. Look, it was all about Clip Studio Paint. I love this character. I've never seen a character so happy, like radiating pure happiness, and even the way the paint is coming off of her paintbrush. In my head, she's like a goddess. Like if we go to heaven or something, and there was angels, they would look like this. It's just brilliant. Look, rainbows, 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 rainbows. Yeah. Like I can't believe how happy she looks. And the thing is, when I'm looking at her, I get happy as well. So that was actually my top 3 favourite covers of the year. They're all beautiful, aren't they? And so my least favourite was that one, and it's still a cool cover. That's what I mean. It's amazing, really. So one of my favourite things about ImagineFX is actually the covers. So she is my favourite cover of the year. issue number 239. That was like in the middle of the year, I suppose. Now I was going to say what my favourite overall issue is, but the reality is I couldn't work it out, because do you go by the cover, do you go by the one that's got the best article, do you go by the one that's got the most amount of good stuff in it? In other words, you could have one issue which has got an article in it, or a character which is like the best thing you've ever seen. Is that better than an issue full of, say, 5 really cool characters? I couldn't decide. So I ended up just saying I'm going to finish by looking at my favourite cover, really. So that was that. I hope you enjoyed it. Little Georgia Giraffe, he's woken up now. Yay! He likes that. he enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And let's all say bye to Georgia Giraffe, because the next one we will go into 2025. ImagineFX Magazines 2025. I do hope they do that. That's one of the first things I'm going to look out for. When I rip that envelope open for January 2025, I want to see if they've started putting these on the back, because that would be brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you later for another one. But Georgia Giraffe won't, because he's gone. Da da da!